Paul sat nervously at his desk, staring at his college application forms. As a high school senior, he had his heart set on studying law at Google University, one of the most prestigious schools in the country. His hands trembled slightly as he filled out the paperwork. "Don't worry too much, dear," his mother Sarah said, placing a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "I might be able to help. You know, I'm good friends with Principal Robin at Google University." Paul looked up, hope flickering in his eyes. "Really? Could that help my chances?" Sarah smiled confidently. "Let me see what I can do." The next day, Sarah visited Principal Robin's office, carrying an expensive gift box. The office was modest but elegant, with walls lined with academic achievements and photographs of graduating classes. "Sarah, it's good to see you," Principal Robin greeted her warmly. When he noticed the gift box, his expression became serious. "This is just a small token of appreciation," Sarah said, while placing the box on his desk. "I wanted to talk about my son Paul's application." Principal Robin raised his hand gently, interrupting her. "Sarah, you're a dear friend, but I cannot accept this gift." He pushed the box back across the desk. "Let me be clear about something." He leaned forward, his voice kind but firm. "If I can help Paul, it will be because his grades and qualifications meet our university's standards. If he reaches our minimum requirements, then yes, I can consider his application favorably. But if he doesn't meet these standards, there's nothing I can do, nor would I want to." Sarah's face flushed with embarrassment. "I understand. I'm sorry." Months later, the acceptance letters went out. Paul was overjoyed to find he had been accepted to Google University. His grades had indeed met the requirements. Mom, I got in," he shouted, running through the house with the acceptance letter. Sarah was thrilled. "We should thank Principal Robin. I'll prepare a red envelope with money as a thank you gift." They visited Principal Robin's office together, but once again he refused their offering. "Please, you don't need to thank me," he said firmly. "Paul earned his place here through his own hard work and merit." He turned to Paul with a warm smile. "Your grades met our standards. That's why you're here. Nothing more, nothing less." Sarah tried to insist. "But surely we can show our gratitude." Principal Robin shook his head. "Mrs. Chun, you know my principles. I cannot and will not accept gifts because it is not the right thing to do. It would compromise my integrity and the reputation of this institution. The greatest thanks you can give me is to see Paul succeed through his own efforts, just as he did to get here." Paul listened to these words carefully, feeling a deep respect for the principal. Here was a man who truly lived by his principles, who couldn't be swayed by gifts or personal connections. "I understand now," Paul said. "True success comes from honest effort, not from taking shortcuts." Principal Robin nodded approvingly. "Remember this lesson, Paul. Integrity isn't just about following rules when others are watching. It's about doing what's right, even when no one would know if you didn't. That's the true measure of character." As they left the office that day, both Paul and Sarah were deeply moved by Principal Robin's unwavering integrity and had learned a valuable lesson. 单字 token 表示象征 noun something that you do or a thing that you give someone that expresses your feelings or intentions, although it might have little practical effect. Merit 价值功绩 noun the quality of being good and deserving praise.